Hello. What a day.
All right, guys, we are here between the rounds with Alex and Anna. We're on our episode 2. So, how has your week been? It's Tuesday.
I feel like it's sad that it's only Tuesday so far. I feel pretty shitty. Tired. Have not worked out well. Have not ate well. And I feel behind.
Good. And it's Tuesday. So, what we're going to kind of touch on today is a little bit of the coaching, going from that athlete to coaching, and then kind of what like real life looks like. So Anna and I work a lot. We find that we're busy. We have to schedule in our workouts. We have to schedule in our food. We have to kind of do it all. How are you feeling with now as you're stepping into like a coaching role? How are you feeling coach versus athlete? And which one do you like better, by the way?
Oh, I love being an athlete.
That's in everybody.
Yeah. I think as an athlete, you can be selfish. Coach, you have to be very unselfish. I think when you're a coach, people honestly don't care about whether you get your workouts in or how you're feeling or how maybe like what you want to work on. It's all about the athlete, which I think it has to be,
Yeah.
right? But those are very two different things that for me, I think is kind of hard to transition into more the coaching aspect of it because I still want to be an athlete. I still enjoy that aspect of it. So that's been a little bit hard for me. I think, yeah, I mean, it helps when you're my coach as well, because then, if I'm like falling behind, I can say, hey, Alex, like I need a plan or something like
Yeah.
that. But I find, yeah, I've just had to kind of almost just put myself second, kind
Or
of.
less.
Yeah, or
Sometimes it's
last.
like
I don't have
you're
kids
20.
um, and be okay with that and know that, yeah, my fitness is not a boxing fitness right now, and that's just how it is right now, and that's okay. You can change that down the road if that comes, but right now, like, I just can't be selfish.
Yeah. I find that like I was obviously an athlete for a long time and I was a high level athlete. So I was a 3-time Canadian champ. This is like a long fucking time ago. But I would say that even now, like I try to lead by example. So I still train with my coach. I mean, we spar, we need to spar more, but we spar, as much as we can at this point, still do pads. I still run fucking a ton. I find that it is so important to make sure that you're scheduling it in or to hold yourself accountable because honestly, you'll become fucking miserable. I mean, there are times where I don't get a train and it's like a downward spiral real fast of just not feeling like, you're accomplishing everything or not feeling like you're being the best version of you or not, and then it just goes down from that point. So do you find that it is more the work balance or do you find that the coaching balance is like which one do you find harder?
I think for me, it's my work
Yeah.
a little bit more. Like, if it was, well, but I guess if it was just coaching, I mean, hopefully at some point you get pretty busy with that too. But for me right now, it's more the work. And then that tires me out because I listen to people all day about their problems.
Yeah.
And so that kind of
Tell me how
takes
you
my
feel when people come up to
rest.
you mid-session.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
wait.
No,
So
this
picture
happens
this.
like
Yeah,
literally
all the fucking
every day.
time. So literally Anna will be, and we're not
And I
talking,
will be working out.
right? Like we're talking she's like, I mean, practically sparring, right?
Yeah.
At this point. And somebody will come up to Anna and be like, hey, so just a question for you.
Yeah, my shoulder hurts, my elbow hurts. I would like to
Sorry,
tell
Anna's
them,
also a physio. I think
yeah,
that for those of you that don't know, she's a great physio. Amazing. Best physio I've ever had. She's also my best friend. So, I mean, I say that with a bit of bias, but actually, she is very good at what she does. She has an office here at Undisputed, and she's worked with a lot of different athletes, everything from golfing to boxing to basketball to soccer to I mean, fucking literally
spectrum.
The whole spectrum, right? People that have Parkinson's to just people that are a little bit older and or injured, right? So she's done everything, and she's an athlete of so many sports, golf, skiing, basketball. She played badminton when she was younger.
I actually went to provincials.
She was a provincial champ in badminton, boxing, right? So she understands the body in a different way, more of like an athletic, not just like a book, right?
Yeah.
Like, so she really gets it. But people will literally come up to her in the middle of sparring or fucking doing pads or whatever, and they'll start telling her about her problems. How do you feel about that?
I would like to tell them, well, I have a lot of problems too. My hip hurts, my elbow hurts, I'm tired, my calves cramp all the time.
They do cramp all the time.
And I still push through. So it annoys me because I probably have more pain than most of these people do. And you either or you do your workout or you don't.
Yeah.
And also,
here, how about you just book a session?
Yes, that too.
Right? Why don't you book a session when it's an appropriate time?
But a lot of people, as soon as you say you're a physio, they will say, "Oh, well, I have this one problem. Like, could you give me advice?" No, I'm golfing or I'm boxing. This is my time.
Yeah,
The
this is
one time out of the whole day
that I've dedicated to myself,
me,
for myself. Yeah,
it gets interrupted.
yeah. I find that too. So
It's disrespectful, I find. Like,
Yeah.
I know that they're good-hearted about it, but I think so I have been trying to say more like, hey, like I'm just in a workout.
How about you book a session? My card is on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying
I
because
try
other
to
than
chime
that,
in
it's
too. I try to be like, oh, hey, why don't you, right? Or I often reference myself as a physio assistant
yes.
just because I work so closely with Anna. So I, try to sometimes like direct them a different way just because it is annoying. I mean, I have that on a different level where
Oh yeah.
when I'm coaching, I'm all in. I'm 100% in. I'm there to answer questions. I'm there to show you shit. But if I am running on the fucking treadmill and I have both headphones in, both headphones
And
in,
watching Netflix.
and watching Netflix, and somebody comes up to me and stands beside the treadmill, okay, stands there looking at me, and then I take my headphones out and I'm thinking like there's a serious question. And they say like, so what are you watching?
So
I literally
or they want to catch up.
Or they want to catch up. And I'm like, I don't run slow, right? Like I'm typically like I'm trying to get because I mean
Well, you only have 45 minutes
I have
to get
45 minutes,
yeah.
right? I have 45 minutes and then I'm booked all day. So this is my 45 minutes where I have carved out time, where I'm holding myself accountable, where I am trying to get the best workout
And
that
you
I
probably
can.
scheduled it in.
And I scheduled it in. Like I actually made time for this shit. And now you're asking me how my fucking day is while I'm sprinting? Nah, man.
Not great.
Not great. And I just can't like it both my headphones are in. It's kind of like that wave. You know when you like see somebody and you don't really want to talk to them and you wave like hi, like the wave like this versus like the wave come over. Those are two very fucking different things.
Yeah, right? I usually just don't wave.
Yeah, right? I need to start like turning my head. But I find that for us being busy and also being in a gym that Anna's obviously known as a physio and as a coach. I'm known as the coach here and the owner. Everybody wants to talk or everybody wants to interrupt. So I find that scheduling it in is super important.
Well, we've talked about actually even going
elsewhere, like to fucking Edmonton, right? Like let me drive 3 hours to Edmonton so I can go get a workout in so nobody knows me there.
Yeah.
Because I find that is like for sure that becomes problematic, right? Is that when you kind of schedule it in and then people talk to you or people want to join you and then all of a sudden people join me and I start coaching them, right? And I'm like, okay, no, I can't. Like I have to make sure that I'm doing what I have to do because in order for me to be the best coach possible, I have to get my workouts in.
Yeah. And you're also trying to balance a little bit of being an athlete, still hoping to
I want to
box.
be an athlete. I want to fight again. So it's like finding this like time between, okay, I'm working and I mean, my days usually are, anywhere from 12 to 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And like this weekend, I worked, I think like, 21 or 22 hours between the 2 days. I had like a hockey dry line camp, which is awesome. But I mean, I knew I'd be fucking toast by the end of it. And so I made each team run like 3.5K. And that was how I got my workout in. I just ran all day with these fucking kids. And sometimes that's what you
Has
have
to
to do.
happen.
That's
Yeah.
what you have to do in order to succeed. And so, with that being said, then it's like it kind of leads into everything else from, the coaching and from the athletic background. Like, are you fueling yourself enough? Are you eating enough? Are you, supplying your body with the energy it needs to then coach all day, but then also to, be athletic performance? And then it's like for boxing, are you eating the right foods to stay on weight?
Yeah. I mean, I would say now I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. Nor am
My
I. I'm a
yeah,
little heavy for my weight category currently.
yep. I've gained probably, I'd say probably like 5 pounds. That's probably not really needed.
Also, how funny is it in this sport? This is the only fucking sport ever where a man will walk up to you and be like, "Hey, what are you wearing right now?"
Right.
In what other world does that happen? Where a man walks up to, and us females that have boxed or done any sort of martial arts that you need a weight class, we have no problem telling.
No.
We're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm a little heavy right now.
Walking around at this.
Walking around at this," and it's like, I'm sorry.
It's kind
What?
of funny.
It's fucking hilarious. Could you imagine some dude walking up to some girl who plays soccer and is like, "What are you wearing right now?"
No, I'd be concerned.
Mortified. In our sport, we're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm a little heavy or I'm light or I'm, we're like, we're completely honest about it. We don't give a fuck. It's the
No.
funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I would say for me, yeah, I'm a little heavy right now, and I think it's due to late night snacking.
Okay, late night snacking,
Yeah,
right?
that's probably my culprit. And I would actually, it's not like I eat a whole lot of bad foods like consistently.
Sure.
My problem is I don't eat enough.
Yeah, throughout the day.
And honestly, because I'm with people all the time, like you don't get set. And same with you, you don't get
I just
set.
eat though while I train. I'm like, yeah, keep going, and I'm eating my fucking chicken and vegetables. It's
It's
way
hard for
different. You
me.
have hands on, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
like I'm
grabbing somebody, right? And
so it's a little bit harder that way. So I find with my schedule, I'm not eating consistently at all. So I go, you know, I have a breakfast, like it's probably not big enough. And then I kind of will go 4 or 5 hours without eating anything. And then I'll have one meal like at work and then nothing until I get home. And
Mhm.
then it's kind of just snacking is what I'll go to because I just get lazy, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I find that I'm actually probably like the opposite. I am very regimented with my
Yeah.
meals. I always pack a lunch, like always. It's like or like for example, I slept in town last night at Anna's house, and she packed me a lunch,
Mhm.
right? So I find that I'm very regimented with my meals. I probably have the best relationship with food now than I ever
Mhm.
had before. So
I would say, yeah, you probably had a bad relationship with
oh,
food and now it's gotten better. I would say actually for me that
it's
maybe has been the opposite.
yeah, man,
But
boxing, martial arts, like this sport, it unfortunately, like if you don't have good coaching or good people around you that kind of keep an eye on you, you can spiral really fast. So I started boxing when I was very young, right? I was 12 years old, and the sport is different now than it was then. Like there's so much knowledge. Our athletes are so lucky. They have a fucking physio on deck. I have a background in nutrition. Rob has a background in nutrition. So weight cuts are like pretty seamless with our athletes if they listen, if they
yeah,
stay on target. We work a lot on recovery, everything from we have a cold tub in our gym, we have a sauna in our gym, we have recovery pants, we talk about it a lot, we talk about sleep, like there's a lot of support. Whereas when I started boxing, I mean, I literally weighed 105 pounds and I would cut down to 101 pounds, and it was just like, we'll just stop eating. I literally, and I love my coach, loved him. He was fucking amazing. The knowledge just wasn't there how it is now. And so I would say probably from the age of like 14 onward into my 20s, I had an eating disorder.
yeah,
I remember one nationals, I was at nationals and the scales were up. And so we weighed in, we did a test weigh the day before. It was in Quebec, I believe. And the scales were high. And I was like, stressed out because I weighed in at, I think, like 103 pounds. It was supposed to be 101. And I went back to my room and I put Abilene. So the Abilene is, it's almost, it's like
a petroleum.
Yeah,
jelly,
it's like a
right?
Vaseline, but it's actually makeup remover. So you put it on and then it like opens your pores and you just water pours out of you. So boxers will use it to sweat, to weight cut. I put Abilene all over my body. I put a sweatsuit on. I fucking cranked the heat in the room and I went to bed. And this was after I had like an Epsom salt bath. So I dumped a whole bag of Epsom salt. The bath was so hot and I was like leaning my head on the tub and I was like dying. Anyways, I go to bed.
And you can't drink water.
No, you can't drink water. You can't eat, right? Like I'm starving at this point. And by the way, I was a teenager. Okay. My coach comes by the hotel. He's like on the door, and I'm like Skeletor. I wake up and I'm like, and he's like, "Oh, like what's wrong?" And he goes, "Ah, I forgot to tell you, the scales were wrong yesterday.
They were heavy.
They were fucking heavy." What? So I was 17 years old, I think, at this point, and I weighed in at 97 pounds.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm. 97 pounds. Okay. So my daughter is turning 16 and she's like strong as fuck. And she weighs around like 120-ish. Like we'll say anywhere from 115 to 118. So 120 on like her heavy sides.
Yeah.
And she has she's well put together. I can't, and we say all the time, I'm like, Lily, I was 20 pounds lighter than you.
I can't even fathom that.
Yeah. 97 pounds. So needless to say, I probably I had an eating disorder from that point forward because I didn't understand that you needed carbs. I didn't understand that you needed fat. I remember, phoning my mom and saying, "Mom, I'm starving. Can you boil me another chicken breast?"
I remember the one story you said,
Yeah.
I think you were at a friend's birthday party or sleepover.
Yeah.
And her friends are watching a movie, I think.
Movies, yeah.
Movies. And she is running on the treadmill.
Yeah, they had a gym. So Alicia.
Alicia.
Alicia in Prince George.
Shout out Mandy.
Yeah. And so I was at this birthday and my best friend Mandy, that I still talk to, I'm still very close with in Prince George, will confirm this. They're eating like it's like a girl's night. Ice cream, fucking cookies. I legit have packed vegetables. And Alicia had a gym in her house because she was rich. And I went and worked out in the gym because I was like,
well, she was running the whole movie.
Yeah. And I would do this.
In my mind, when you told me that story, I was like, oh, that's sad.
That's sad. So here I am, a teenager, and I have an eating disorder that I don't even know about. I'm definitely working out way too much, right? I remember fucking driving to Kelowna for a fight with my mom, and my mom's like, "What are you thinking?" And she could tell I was calculating. I was chewing gum because I was weight cutting. I was calculating how many burpees I would have to do to get rid of the 5 calories of gum I was eating.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
So,
that's the bad side of boxing.
That's the bad side of boxing or any sport that have this weight, right? Like unless you really get good people on board. So now, I mean, we just went to Good Bread, right? We go to Good Bread. It's a beautiful cafe here in Calgary, very close to our gym. They know us. We get coffees and they have like, a whole bunch of different things there, macaroons and croissants and bagels. And so Anna and I will often go and we'll share a bagel or something. So I have a way better relationship with food now. I still am I still pack my lunches. I don't eat out a lot because it hurts my stomach. And I do macro based sort of meals and I put my athletes on that. So again, talking about how lucky our athletes are, like if they want help, I will make them a plan based on their macros. But I do that. I would say like I'm probably the most consistent person that does that like year round, right? Whereas like if Anna's fighting, she's fucking dialed in. She's on point. She's dialed in.
But I will say also at that point, I honestly don't take as many clients here because I need to have it. You have to reduce your busyness a little bit because it takes a lot of time to meal prep. Not a lot of time, I should say, but you have to organize your day. You have to eat.
Your whole mind is like,
specific.
Is quite structured. So you've played other sports, including badminton, provincial champ over here. And Anna's she's good at all sports, to be honest. She's super athletic, very good at basketball. Oftentimes when we go to places, people are shocked because she's obviously very fucking white. And so, people will be like, okay, like do we need to teach you how to dribble? And she'll go out there and they're blown away. Yeah. This has happened in New York, Miami, several places. But and she's great at golf, very good at golf. She really likes it. Again, not my fucking thing. How do you find boxing is different from other sports?
I would say completely different in terms of the mindset. I think the biggest thing is the mindset. Like I can go play golf, I can go play basketball, I can be in mediocre shape and be just fine. There's not a consequence of not playing well in terms of getting beat up or getting serious physical consequences from it. It's just a loss, right? So I think the mindset is a big difference. I would say right now, if I were to take a fight, I'd be like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Because, if you're running at 80% fitness, you have to.
The confidence isn't there. And to be clear, like, both of us, run, like, I run.
Yeah, we still run.
We still run. We still do, like, we're in great shape. But
boxing shape,
oh, fuck, it's a whole different. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. So I find like that's a massive difference. I wish I started boxing at a younger age because I think it's given me a lot of confidence that if I can step in the ring, I can take damage, I can give damage. You feel confident about yourself. And like when I was playing basketball, I'd be so nervous or I'd be so in my head because I was scared. Well, what am I scared of?
Yeah.
Like no one's
punching. I would be terrified that I couldn't catch the ball, but
like no one's punching you in the face, right?
Yeah.
So if I had the confidence that I have now, I know I would have been a way better ball player.
I will say that boxing is, it is probably the hardest sport.
100%.
So good for cross.
I would say the similarity would be using your hips.
Yeah.
Or like having a strong base in boxing, like that transition to golf, that transition to basketball, footwork, right? Yeah. Footwork, basketball, boxing is very similar. Actually, yeah. So the movements themselves are pretty similar, I would say, but the mindset is just second to none.
It's a whole different. My coach Kevin said this to me. Before my last fight, we were eating, and he looked at me and he would call everybody champ, and he goes, champ, there's like no thrill like boxing. He goes, you've been married, and I've been married a couple of times. You have a daughter, and he's like, is anything comparable to boxing? And I'm like, nah, man. Like stepping into that ring and feeling like, well, first off, you're fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Leading up to your fight, waking up, all you think about, and you're like, you don't give a shit that people can be eating like donuts and like cakes.
It doesn't matter. You
really don't give a fuck. No. People could be like, woo, we're having the best time ever, Stumpy's here, and you're out running, busting your ass. You don't give a shit. It literally, you like zone in. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
In the world.
One of our gym members, Scott.
Yeah.
He was like, when he was prepping for his fight, he was like, he's never felt more alive.
Yeah.
Than what
you're so you're
so true.
It's so true. And it's like the funny thing is that I always say about boxing, like the team behind it, right? So the team behind this sport is incredible. It is a solo sport, but it's not. Like you have your team that you spar with, you have your team that supports you, you have your team that keeps you honest. And our team here is so good. Like we have somebody fighting this weekend. Luis is fighting this weekend. And it's 2 hours away from Calgary. And there's a truckload of people. And there's probably
Scott's bringing 5 or 6.
Yeah, there's probably 5 or 6 people coming to watch Luis fight. Mm-hmm. And that sort of team dynamic is so important, which makes all of those things, weight cutting, right, way easier because you have a team kind of behind you. And everybody keeps you honest, right? So like, we'll, talking about like recovery a little bit, lots of times we'll do like team recovery here, right? And it becomes like this competition as to who can almost like recover the best, or stay in the cold tub. And it's a special thing. I would say that for me in with coaching, like those are the things, like the nutrition, the recovery, the physio, the mobility, the mindset, like those are the things that as a coach I try to put forward the information so much more than what I had, because it just wasn't there, right? Like the knowledge, the support wasn't there, and we have it now. So I try to really put that stuff forward to our athletes or to my clients, because let me tell you, like if you're not sleeping or if you're not getting good recovery, you can be doing everything right. Like I literally, it's like an ongoing joke. I'll like run 14K, eat perfectly, and I'll go step on the scale and I'm like, oh, great, I weigh 3 pounds heavier. But it's because it's fucking bad. But it's because I'm exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Or it's because I haven't slept. I was in Florida a couple weeks ago with my daughter. She was playing hockey there. And the one night I slept 11 hours. I was fucking skinny, right? I sent you a picture.
Yeah.
I literally was fucking jacked. I was like, and then I came home and I got back into real life where it's like, I'm working for 12 or 15 hours. I always eat. Like I'm really good with eating and hydrating. I find that those are the things that I'm really good at. And working out. I always make sure I get my workouts in.
Yeah.
The sleep and the recovery is a hard one, because I mean, it's like, do you make money or you sleep? Right? But I'll see my weight just slowly fucking creeping up throughout the week because I'm exhausted, I'm stressed out, or whatever it is. And then, I mean, if I could sleep for 11 hours,
yeah, you'd be golden.
I'd be fucking
So when you're in, like, let's say a spiral or something, maybe like a hard week,
yeah,
what do you do to kind of center yourself, or what do you rely on?
So again, this is where like there's been so much change in the last couple of years, and again, you would be able to really know. I mean, yeah, I used to call Anna and I'd be having an anxiety attack on the side of the road, sweating through a pink dress.
Yes.
And I'm not an anxious person, and it was nothing other than like my body was just fucking crashing.
Well, and that's, I think, what you see is sometimes you don't see immediate changes.
No.
Like if you're not recovering, you won't see immediate changes. Like, well, I mean, sometimes obviously weight gain.
Sure.
But you won't see that immediately. But with Alex, I can say like, yeah, like someone who doesn't have anxiety was having anxiety attacks. Someone who would start having inflammation.
Yeah, and like mentally fairly stable.
Yeah.
Was not
very stable. And just stressed. You would have pain.
Yeah.
Like pain in your hip.
Yeah, everywhere. Like to the point where it was like sitting for an hour and driving, like I was in excruciating pain. Yeah. And it wasn't until, I mean, it was a couple of years, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. I was like, I literally can't do this anymore. So I went and seen a couple doctors, and I just committed to change. I committed to, my nutrition has always been good, but I've always been afraid of carbs. Like I eat way more carbs now than I ever used to. And it's still not enough, but my body doesn't love them. So I try to work through that. But it was like, I was running on 3.5, 4 hours of sleep a night. Yeah. And like working my ass off. Now that's not the case. Like I get in. I mean, I'd say you still work a lot. Oh yeah. But I think I prioritize sleep. I literally prioritize sleep. Where before it'd be like, well, I haven't done my 5K run. Yeah, I would for my run. I literally wouldn't let myself go to bed unless I ran 5K. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Like, and I'd be like, well, I have to do it. And it's like, no. Like that, it's not going to benefit you at that point. You're just ready. It's essentially more harming yourself because 100%. You have no recovery, because sleep is your best recovery tool. It is. It's 100% your best recovery tool. And so I started doing that. I started doing weight. I've always been pretty flexible. So mobility wise, I never felt like I had to do it because I was always very flexible, but now I do a lot more like mobility strength stuff thanks to Anna before I work out. Like I'll just spend 10 minutes, like even running, if I'm running on the treadmill or running outside. Again, this is old age too, right? Every year I'm getting older. I used to just like go out my door and just like, right, start running. And now I'm like, no, like we're going to walk for 5 minutes. Yeah. And it's like a staple. I walk for 5 minutes before, and then I kind of get into my run. And I feel like that's what I do with my clients. They all have like mobility programs set up where they come in, they do like hip strengthening stuff. We're doing it with our boxers a lot more. They're fucking terrible at it.
Yes.
But like we're trying to set those things up because at the end of the day, that longevity is what's gonna keep you consistent, right? Like,
and not even just for you to box,
no,
but to
for
live
fucking
life.
everything in life. Again, we have clients that like real life shit is that you're stressed out all the time about God knows what. You're lacking sleep. Your job is pushing you. You know, you're failing at most things you feel like. And so it's like, what are the things that we do? Okay, well, nutrition. If you eat like shit, you're going to feel like shit. So, like, let's clean that up. Hydrate yourself. Make sure you're hydrated. If you're not hydrated, well, yeah, you're going to feel exhausted and you're going to get pulled muscles. So, nutrition, hydration, okay, let's clean that up. And then it's like, I often say to people, I had an athlete come in, Chloe. Okay, so Chloe's a great hockey player. I've known her since she was a very young girl. She's friends with my daughter, so she's almost 16 years old. She comes in, and she's like she's playing lacrosse right now, right? Yeah. So she's done hockey. High level player. And she's playing lacrosse. She comes in and she's like, she doesn't swear, but she's like, I'm tired. And I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit, you're tired. Like, you literally work your ass off. And so I said, you know what, Chloe? Let's do some mobility stuff. Let's put you in the recovery pants. We'll put you in the cold tub. And then, because she's like, I have a lacrosse game after.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So she was coming in to work out. Okay. And then she was going to go to a lacrosse game. And so I just pulled the plug and I said, let's do this. And she was like, that was amazing.
So how would you decipher, like, because let's say we have a lot of people who are like, oh, we're going to do legs today. Oh, well, I did legs yesterday. I'm too tired.
Sure.
Okay. So how do you differentiate, or what's your markers from, like, let's say Chloe, who says is tired, versus someone who also says that they're tired, but they're still, yeah. Like, how do you,
I think that honestly, I think that that's where the coach just like knows, right? Like if Anna says that she's tired, then you have it. And there's been times where I'm like, Anna, don't do it.
Yeah.
Right. And vice versa. Like she has said, like we're each other's sounding board, right? Like if I'm like, holy fuck, I'm exhausted, but I still have to do this, this, she'll say like, don't then. And it kind of is like that sounding board of like, okay, it's okay. Whereas I have had people say to me, I'm like, okay, we're going for a run. And they're like, oh my God, my leg and my hip. And my reference usually is, do you know Terry Fox? And they're like, yeah. And I said, he had one leg and he still fucking ran. So like,
yeah, you got to show up.
You have to show up. But like, I think that the difference is like, okay, if you have somebody who's showing up for their 4:30 workout, and then they're going to go to fucking lacrosse after. And guess what? She probably also had a workout at school.
Yeah.
Right? Like at that point. And then this weekend, I think she was playing lacrosse all weekend. I think that that's literally what she was doing. So it's like, yeah, no, she's tired. Right? Like, so some recovery, some recovery pants, a cold tub to kind of like get your body, the inflammation down. That's going to help you more. And again, like I'll see it lots with my clients, right? Like they're so fatigued, exhausted, mentally done. And it's like, you're better off to get on the fucking treadmill and go for a walk.
Yeah.
With a coffee in hand, or whatever it is, then decompress than you are to go for a 20K run. Right. And I think that for me, I know like those have been the massive things that I've changed and I've committed to over the couple of years. And like, I'm so not this person, but like I started journaling. Right. We'll get more into that, I'm sure, during this podcast at some point. I started journaling. I started working on breathing, right? So I'll like, if I'm feeling tired or if I'm feeling anxious, I'll do like the box breathing, right? Or like, I don't even know what the other breathing is.
You also listen to a lot of podcasts.
I listen to a lot of podcasts about information and just like kind of, how to strategize being better without necessarily putting more effort into things, because like my effort is like, I can't like, you can only do so much.
Your plate's
full. Right. The plate is full. There's no fucking room for anything else. And so I try to kind of do those sorts of things, but I would say that sleep and recovery are, the main things that people don't get enough of. And once you start doing that, your body feels better. You're not going to get injured as much, right? Like,
how do you, who don't sleep or are stressed, I find their pain comes through a lot more. Yeah. Like you're way more sensitized to.
Well, it's like your nervous system. Right?
Yeah. Your nervous system is, working at a huge rate, and so something that would be totally fine one day because you're so sensitized that it takes you over the edge, right?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of times it's hard treating clients where a lot of it is kind of okay, well you need to figure out your sleep schedule or you need to have a better bedtime routine
And
off your
people don't
phone.
want to.
No.
Okay.
Oh gosh, what's this?
I fucking can't stand when people say to me,
Oh yes.
I don't have time to
Yeah.
work out. Okay.
Okay, well we don't either.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure that you sat on the couch for 2.5 hours and watched fucking Netflix.
Which you can do while you're running.
You can do while you're running or walking. Okay, you can.
That's how we watch TV.
That's how that is the only. Although I do watch it sometimes when I drive.
Not
right,
good though.
Yeah, but not in my hand. It's like in my dashboard. So I feel like it's best. I actually feel like I'm more concentrated when I do that. But yeah, that's how I watch TV. I don't fucking watch TV at home. Are you kidding me? When I'm at home, I'm like busting ass doing shit. Or I'm on my laptop because I can't be on my laptop when I'm fucking driving.
Yes.
Or when I'm holding pad. So I'm on my laptop working.
Or you're going to bed.
Or I'm going to bed, right? So yeah, okay, I don't have time. Or it's like the sleep thing or the food thing, right? Like, oh, the meal prepping, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. Meal prepping is something that you have to be committed to. It doesn't take that long.
No, it actually doesn't. But you have to be organized.
You have to be fucking organized.
Grocery shopping.
Yeah, you have to go grocery shopping. I mean, it's simple enough. My 15-year-old daughter fucking orders groceries, and she, and like
I never thought about skip the dishes.
It's manageable, right?
Yeah.
And then, but the sleep, right? Again, people will tell me how they aren't getting good sleeps. I went from sleeping 3.5 to 4 hours and feeling like I had hit rock bottom with every part of me. My body was breaking down. I was gaining weight. Like I was so fluffy. My mental, I was crazy and I was bitchy. Mm-hmm. I was a bad coach. I was bad at my job.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say
but I was. And, it was just being committed to like, okay, I literally, if I want to feel this way and look this way, I have to do this. How am I going to do that? Right. Yeah. And it's like, you have to cross the fucking bridge. If you want to get over to that side and there's a bridge there. Yeah. And sharks underneath and crocodiles, you got to cross the fucking bridge. Yeah. But like, you have to cross it.
I think along the lines too, I would say when people complain that they don't see results, but they actually are not doing the things that you're telling them to do, but they expect
to get there. You're not going to fucking get there.
You can't have both.
No, I literally have had a client and I was like, how's the eating going? And it was like, well, like, I'm not following it, but I'm following it. Well, no, you're either following it or you're fucking not. And then it was like, but like, I'm not understanding why I'm not seeing kind of like the results. And I was like, well, you ate a pizza. And she looked at me. She goes, how did you know that? Well, I didn't actually, but
pizza's delicious.
Right? Like, and she literally was like, well, how did you know that? And I was like, well, I didn't. I'm just throwing it out there because I thought that like, if, maybe that was the case. And it was. And it's like, well, no shit. No wonder you aren't performing as an athlete. No wonder you're not making weight. No wonder you feel like shit because all of these things, real life scenarios. Yeah, no, you don't think that when I go to Starbucks to get my Americano, right? You don't think that I want like their lemon loaf? Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah.
It's great. Mm-hmm. But that's not how I'm going to achieve any of my goals, right?
Right.
And so you can't do that.
No, you can't have it both ways. I mean, I think the other thing too, like we've talked about, is sometimes life does get in the way of getting to certain goals. And I think what we've adjusted a little bit is you're going to have some crappy days.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's real life.
That's real life, yeah.
I think and you often say this, if you're giving 100% of what you have that day, I mean, that's all that you can really do. Work is busy these days. There's a lot to do.
Yeah. So it's like just be the best that you can at that moment. Yeah. Okay, let's do some
rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So, okay, morning or night?
Oh, nighttime.
I knew this. Okay, Anna fucking hates working out in the morning.
I feel like my body's so sore.
One non-negotiable daily habit. Oh God, I know a couple that she is
Really?
negotiable on, like brushing her hair. Sometimes she.
Oh yeah, my hair. It's my hair.
Okay.
Non-negotiable.
Not
Something I
negotiable.
do every day.
Yeah.
Brushing my teeth. Maybe a non. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Most overrated wellness trend right now.
Oh, I would really like to discuss peptides.
Oh yeah.
I think that's quite controversial, and I think that's overrated.
Okay. Yeah, I love that one. Most underrated recovery tool.
Underrated. I mean, I think sleep is pretty big. I think people think that they're getting sleep, but they're really just laying in bed on their phone.
Phone, yeah. What do you eat before a big training day?
A banana.
Fuck, she's like a monkey.
I love a banana. And toast and peanut butter and jam.
Okay. What does real health look like to you?
That's a good question. I would say for me, like being fit I would say like at an 80% kind of level where I can do all my activities that I love to do, but I still enjoy eating with my family.
Yeah.
And having that balance.
Okay. The wellness industry needs to stop what?
Mm,
I got
oh, I think that the wellness industry
like what do they need to stop doing?
being fake, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say giving people fucking excuses.
Yeah. So long. Same line.
Be better, people.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was it for our second podcast. I hope that you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time with Between the Rounds with Alex
And Anna.
Thank you.